Hey y'all, welcome to the Polco Minute, where you hear the latest best practices and news in local government and civic engagement. I'm Angelica Waddell with this week's headlines. The first article we're covering today was written by Brian Smith at Polco and is included in the larger 2021 publication titled How Residents See Public Safety Services Within Their Communities. This article highlights the results from a 2020 study focused on the evolving opinions and experiences of residents and their local law enforcement. National Research Center at Polco compared results from two different surveys, one in 2018 and one in 2020. In general, residents are reporting less satisfaction when it comes to their sense of safety and their trust in police. Two major factors contribute to this drop in satisfaction. One factor is how police communicate with residents, and the other factor is the way in which police are perceived. Chief Anthony Holloway is a thought leader in law enforcement with over 30 years of experience. He says that police need to be seen in the community being proactive instead of only responding to crises. Another topic of study involved resident opinions about police accountability. Less than half of respondents in 2020 felt that their local police department or sheriff's office did a good job when it came to holding officers accountable for their actions. Holloway says this issue can be addressed by more engagement with the community. His police department in St. Petersburg, Florida, has a citizen review committee to address this issue. The Citizen Review Committee oversees discipline for all of the department's officers. Hopefully, insights from our study will be used as law enforcement agencies across the country continue to repair and improve relationships with their communities. Next, we travel to Boone, Iowa, where local officials are elevating the voices of their residents through online polling. Elijah Steins is a city council member in Boone. He says that their city is always looking for opportunities to hear from residents of all backgrounds. City officials feel that every voice matters, and they want their residents to know it. Many cities hold online meetings or upload meeting videos onto YouTube, but Boone takes this all one step further. Key meeting points are shared via social media and emails so that residents can stay informed without having to watch the entire meeting. Boone also hosts community discussions and workshops on economic and residential growth. And they use Polco's online tools to ask for feedback on a variety of topics. These range from recreation and wellness to fireworks usage and the role of art in the community. Consistent use of Polco's community engagement platform has helped Boone build a large following of respondents over time. The platform started with 62 panel followers in October 2019. And as of December 2020, they have just about 450, and that number keeps on growing. Our final article today points out that we have currently a great opportunity to encourage young adults to participate in local government. There was an estimated 10% increase between 2016 and 2020 in young Americans turning up to vote. Young people are interested and motivated to work around barriers in order to participate in local government. And this is particularly important to take advantage of right now because 18 to 29-year-olds are historically one of the hardest to reach populations. One of the first steps to taking advantage of this rise in engagement involves tapping trusted leaders. Every community has leaders that young people hold in high regard. We need to find those leaders and work with them in order to engage more young residents. We also need to meet those young adults where they are. That reminds me, on Twitter, comedian Phil Rosenthal said, quote, 18-year-old daughter explains, Twitter is for funny things, Instagram is for pretty things, and Facebook is for old people things. Y'all, Facebook happens to be my social media of choice, so yeah. So when talking about online engagement, we need to make sure to use multiple channels where young adults are likely to be. This includes popular social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And if local officials are not on these platforms, try to partner with organizations in the community that are. Maybe the local community college can share messages for you through their own social media channels. Online surveys and poll platforms like Polco are also really great for providing residents with opportunities to share their opinions. You can inform residents about how you plan to use the data and be sure to follow up later and share the results. When young people feel that their voices matter, they're a lot more likely to engage. And finally, it's also important to involve traditional channels of communication. This could be posters, flyers, handouts at recreation centers, colleges, and parks. Whichever ways you choose, now is the time to reach out to young adults in your community. Thanks for watching the Polco Minute with me. My name is Angelica Waddell, Director of Communications at Polco National Research Center. Polco makes it easy for local governments to get accurate and reliable feedback from their communities. How are you keeping up with today's engagement issues and trends? Join a panel discussion with other local government leaders and us nationwide. Connect with me on LinkedIn or send us a note at polco.us/contact to let us know if you're in. See you next time.